Okay, so I've turned my pants back inside out. And I slide the pants over the ironing board. So the next thing we're gonna do is iron down. I've got my measuring tape, and I'm gonna turn down a 1/2 inch and get a good hot crease all the way around. So I've got my iron. I'm gonna turn down a 1/2 inch and get a good hot crease all the way around the waist right here. My iron's not very hot yet. But the hotter you get it, the better it's gonna be. So I'm gonna do a 1/2 inch, then I'm gonna do an 1.5 inches, okay? A 1/2 inch, and then fold down an 1.5 inches and get a good hot crease. Okay, see there's my 1/2 inch all the way around. But I want to show you how to tell the front from the back. So I'm gonna have to wait for my son to help me. So I've got my 1/2 inch turned under, and then I'm gonna turn it down an 1.5 inches right there. Now, if you had really super wide elastic, you could go down 2 inches. You just, remember our rule is say no to crack. So you don't wanna fold down too much, because then when you sit, you'll feel the breeze. Okay, so how do I tell the front from the back? So right here where the seams, you've got the 2 inner leg seams, and then you've got the crotch seam. From the inner leg seam to the front is shorter than from the inner leg seam to the back. The longer part is the back because you got buns, hun. The shorter front is, or from here to the front, is shorter because you don't have buns on the front side of you, okay? That's how you tell. So once I've determined the front, I'm going to place my pockets going towards the front, and I'm going to pin this down. And the way I pin it down is, see this one right here? I pinned through all the layers all the way through the back side and then out. So it's trapping it so I can't lift this up, okay? And I'm going to do that again all the way around. Okay, guys. So here is, I've done the 1/2 inch, then an 1.5 inches. And I've pinned it, and see how the pins go all the way through, so it's trapped down. You can't lift that up. So I know this is the front, and I've got my pockets pinned so they're facing towards the front. But then right here I've put a double pin here and a double pin here, and here's what's going to happen. I'm going to sew starting here and go all the way around the whole big circle, coming back here and stopping here. So I'm going to sew the whole circle, leaving this hole open, and I'll show you that part next. All right, so I get this open, and sometimes it might be easier to take that part off, so then you can see where it goes around your machine a little bit easier. It'll go, because the waistband's big enough, it'll do it on its own, but that might help you some. So here's a new guide we're gonna use. In this case, if you're on the one on your machine, you have one of my machines, you're going to keep the edge of your presser foot on, you're on the one, edge of your presser foot right along the fold line all the way around, because you've measured it and ironed it good and hot, so it's a good crease. Ironing makes it so much easier. Now, if yours is in the middle like this, and a lot of machines at home do this, your next guide is to keep the inside of the fold right along the inside of the toe, okay? So it's gonna stay right along the inside of that silver toe. I'm gonna change it to the one because most of you have one of our machines at home. So, edge of my presser foot, I'm on the one, edge of my presser foot right against that fold. And I'm gonna start sewing. I can take those double pins out because I'm starting at double. Oh, look what I'm doing. I've got that set up wrong. And there's my double pins. Oops, I almost made a mistake. Glad that got caught on camera. But I'm going to start there, pull those out, and then keeping the edge of my presser foot right along that fold line. That's my new guide. Okay, and I'm going to go around the whole circle, making sure it's going through flat and nothing's on the other side. And I'm going over it all. Okay, so I've come around, I'm almost done Keeping the edge of my presser foot right along that fold, taking my pins out as I go. See, there's my other pocket piece. Going up and over. See how I'm keeping the edge of my presser foot right along that fold? So it's catching that 1/2 inch that we turned up. So it's gonna be a really nice finish. Okay. Oh, look, there's the end. There's my double pins. I'm almost to it. That's why I put the double pins in, so it's a visual reminder, because it gets kind of long going around this whole circle. And so that's why I do the double pins at the start and the double pins at the stop. Okay. And then as I come to those, pull those out so I don't sew them, and I'm going to back stitch. Stop with my take-up lever at the top, pull it out, cut my threads, and then you can see how close I was to the edge, but it's all caught and nice and neat. But then I've got the opening here that we're gonna use for the elastic Thanksgiving week. All we have to do now is run our elastic and then determine our hem, and that's it.